Good morning. It's an in-between day. I'm not pouring today. I'm trying to get forms ready, and I have to bury this pipe, which is a 50 millimeter pipe that's going to carry the Greywater from the bathroom that'll be on the next floor up, and that'll take the shower and sinks and bathtub and stuff like that. Obviously, we don't have a bathroom there right now, but I'm trying to put it together so that I'll have somewhere to grab it from. It's also going to grab all the air conditioners or the heat pump, the water that comes out of those when it dehumidifies. I'm also doing one in the far corner, which is going to our ensuite, and then eventually it will go up to the top floor where there'll be another large bathroom. So that's kind of my plan for today, is to get the pipes stuck together, put down the forms, and hopefully get something ready to pour for tomorrow, because tomorrow, which will be Tuesday and Wednesday, are looking like they're pretty good weather. And then it's going to be horrible weather like on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I've kind of got a really small window that I have to hit, but I don't think I'm going to hit it. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. Worst case, I only pour on Tuesday, or I don't pour at all. It's fine. Anyways, wish me luck. I just finished gluing all of the joints while cleaning them, and then all the connectors except for the one that goes up to here, leaving that unconnected for now. But basically from here all the way through, I have a little access panel that I'm putting over on this section, and there's going to be a little clean out for the 50 millimeter as well as the poop pipe, which is 100 mils. And basically, yeah, maybe a little bit off, but it should be good enough. The slope looks good. I've got a string there, and I've connected the two of them all together. What I'm going to do next is fill this area with sand. Hopefully that helps it a bit for moving. And then basically this here is going to connect into the Greywater bin, which will have a pump in it. And we'll pump it into the garage into large IBC, like a 1,000-liter containers. Probably have like 5 or 6 of them. We're not sure yet, depending on how much we generate in an average week. And then we'll use that to water the garden and the grass, because there are so many water bans here in the summer that you know, basically everything dies. So if we have a storage over the winter, and if we generate enough during the week, or we have friends over and they shower and, you know, do laundry and catching from the humidity that's in the house, hopefully that'll be enough to keep things going along this next summer. But yeah, so I've got that all glued up now. Up there, I don't have it glued up because that whole stack is going to be added onto to go up another level, well, level and a half sort of thing. And yeah, making progress. Now I got to just backfill it in and get the grade right. Good morning. Well, I didn't get anything going yesterday. I'm pretty stuck on what I want to do. I buried all the pipes and glued them all together for the 50 millimeter Greywater capture pipes that are going to come from the washrooms, or toilets, not toilets, the showers and sinks and whatnot. But I'm really stuck. What I'm trying to figure out is how to have a negative space for the caniveaux, which are kind of the channels, drainage channels that are going to go on the back of the house, going this way. You can see one of them sitting there on the ground. Basically, how do I get the rebar to connect and to have it all one piece with a big cutout in the middle of it, or on the edge of it? So if you can see here, I've got this channel, that I'm basically reusing. And you can see that there's this caniveau, which is what they call it here, that I'm going to insert. I know it's quite small, but I'm going to basically fill it with mortar and then suspend the caniveau, or at least pour little blocks or put rocks on them or stones or bricks or something to raise it to the right height, which will be about 2 centimeters higher than the surface, which is about 1 inch, and it'll allow me to tile, have at the same level as the caniveau. What I'm trying to do is how to figure out how to replicate this and the same kind of distance out, because I want this distance to be the same as on the other side. Side here, I want to do the same kind of trench and then put the canivos in. I don't know if you can see the red string, but basically it's going to go all the way along, and then at the end it's going to turn a corner and hook up with a pipe that I have running that runs all the way down the side of the garage and out into a huge kind of gully or trench that's out the back on the street. So I want that to basically come along this way, turn the corner, and drain out. So that's the easy part. It's just how do I not have this little bit of concrete that's kind of floating on the side closest to the house that's not connected. So the only thing I can think about is how to do it is to have the rebar kind of float under it. So basically I normally have the rebar about 5 centimeters from the top, which is about 2 inches, which gives me about 2/3 of it, the concrete below it. And what I want to do is have a kind of transition just before it goes under. So it's going to slope down, go down, and up like that, roughly. Well, I didn't even know if it has to go up or not, but just up a little bit maybe. It doesn't matter. But basically, at least it will then at least all be connected, so less likely to break into pieces. And then because it's so close and because the rebar is close to the bottom of the canivos or the trench, I'm going to then use the same size hole and as kind of over here and fill it with mortar, which will hopefully stop the rebar from rusting. I put some of that bonding agent in there and whatnot. The idea that I'm thinking about is doing something like this. Obviously these are a bit long, but driving stakes down and then screwing the end of each of the basically wooden forms that I've been using around the edges, doing 2 of them, which gives me kind of the same thickness, a little bit deeper, but that should be fine. It's definitely wider, but that'll give me enough room to put mortar in there and to really efficiently stick them in, right? I don't know. I'm going to drive those down, put the spikes on each end. I just don't know if there's going to be a twisting motion to it. When I pour the concrete, if it's just going to flop over. I could also run a piece of wood across there and kind of stick it to the side of the house to have it float. But the idea is I want to have the rebar go down and under. And then even if there's 1 inch or so or 2 inches of space underneath, that would be great, which is kind of what there is now. Yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with kind of like a weak edge. And yeah, we're not driving cars on it. We're not going to be doing anything big, but I just rather it be sturdy and not be a mess. In about 10 years, it all will crack and fall apart, right? So anyways, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know how to do it otherwise. I was thinking about making a hunk of wood on the whole edge of the house and then running beams across to kind of have it floating in the air. Like, well, how am I going to smooth the concrete underneath it? And it's just all kind of a big mess. So this is the best I can come up with right now. If anyone's got any ideas of how they would do something like this, I'd love to hear it. I found out that tomorrow is a holiday, All Saints Day. And I think it's it's quite a religious day for Catholics, so I can't make noise tomorrow. So even though it's a lovely day like today, I won't be pouring. Probably not even going to pour till Thursday at this point. So I'm kind of just like, okay, let's relax, slow down for a second and make sure I don't mess this up. Because it's the most important part of the whole back patio thing, because I don't want water coming into the house. I've got to get the angle right or the slope right. I want to make sure those channels or canivos drain along the back of the house and out and turn a corner and then out to the street. So I really just got to figure out if this is the best way to do it. I'm going to have to start today because I'm running out of time. We're also getting to the weather where it's going to start being like 10 degrees soon. And concrete, you really shouldn't pour anything less than 10 degrees. Our days are reasonably good. Like they're, right now they're around, some good days are 19, 20. But overnight we're hitting like 6 degrees, 8 degrees overnight, which is a bit too cold. So yeah, I have to start taking some risks just to try to finish this because there's not that much left. But hopefully this works. Let's just see how it goes. I'll set it all up, at least some of it. And what I'm afraid of is when I go to pour the concrete, it's all the wood's just going to kind of flop over or float up or do something stupid and be totally out of alignment. But I don't really have any other ideas at this point. So I'm going to set that up and let's see how it goes. And hopefully maybe Thursday, in my next video, we can see how that worked out. But yeah, if you have any ideas on how to do it better, please let me know, because I'm normally pretty good at figuring stuff out and doing it well, but this one is quite a puzzle. So good morning again. It's the next day. I haven't started doing the negative space form thing that I want to do to be able to put the channels in it. I'm still not 100% confident in what I'm wanting to do. And there's going to be no rush because tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday, looks to be pretty poor weather. So what I'm going to do is just relax. I can't make noise today anyways, so I'm just going to do something very quiet, you know, and do some lime mortar. I've got these holes in the back that were when I took pipes out and things like that that connected to the old plumbing. I've got to fill in anyways. We've got geckos and lizards and things coming in the house from little holes, even though I have them kind of plugged up with plastic. So I really should fill that in because last winter it was so cold by having these kind of cracks and holes in the walls. So it's still a priority to do it anyways, and I want to do it before it gets too cold and you can't do lime mortar. So yeah, not sure what to do. Anyone's got any ideas? Let me know. Anything better than what I was planning to do? Otherwise, I'm just going to do some lime mortar today, and then come Friday, if I haven't heard anything different, I'm just going to do the only way I can figure out how to do it anyways, which is just to have them floating on 2 spikes. And then go all the way along and see how that works. And then fill it in afterwards. Yeah. It's one of those things. Appreciate some help. But anyways, thanks for watching. And hopefully someone can get back to me and let me know a better idea. Cheers.